Plaintiff James McPherson met the defendant on a chat line, and the two of them got married a year later. James says they had a lot of problems in their marriage and admits that most of them were due to his crack cocaine addiction. But after they got divorced, James gave the defendant several loans, and he has yet to be repaid. Defendant Katrina McPherson says marrying James was a big mistake because she had no idea that he was a drug addict when they tied the knot. Katrina tried to be there for James throughout his addiction, but they fought constantly and were verbally abusive to one another. Although Katrina admits to owing James, she insists he's suing her prematurely.
Prove your case.
Me and Katrina met in 2001 on a chat line, and we became friends. We decided that since we were both Christians and we had lust issues, we didn't want to live in sin, we got married like about a year later. And, you know, I love Trina. She's a really nice woman. She was there through some of the worst parts of my life. We had some problems early in our marriage, and a lot of that had to do with that I was addicted to crack cocaine and alcohol.
Hold on. When you met her, you all were such good Christians that you denied yourself sex, but it's all right to smoke crack.
No, Your Honor, it wasn't all right.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't deny yourself the crack, but you deny yourself sex and you think you're within your religious beliefs? Not that one sin is worse than the other, but sir, that just don't even sound right.
Well,
oh no, I'm not gonna curse, because that's a sin to curse. But hand me that pipe, I'll take it. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. I just couldn't let you get. I just couldn't let you.
Your Honor.
I just had to understand and just kind of point that out to you. Go ahead.
Yes. Well, anyway, like I said, Your Honor, she was with me through some very hard times, and
through your addiction.
Yes, she was a better Christian than I was. I had big backslidden and wasn't doing what I was supposed to, but I felt at that time that maybe she could help get me on the right track, and I didn't realize I had to do it for myself. Okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, we ended up separating, and because, you know, my addiction was just too much, and we felt that maybe we could do better if we separated and went our own ways for a while, but we remained friends. In 2005, December 8th to be exact, I had my last binge. I hit rock bottom. I had no family.
How long had you been on the binge?
Like 3 days. And,
did you smoke up an 8-ball in 3 days?
I don't know what it was, but I smoked a lot, Your Honor. It was a lot. And I went and put myself in treatment for the last time, and this was because I wanted it and I needed it. And I began the recovery process, and we remained friends through all this time.
Okay. When did you all divorce?
We finally got a divorce in January of 2008. She seemed like a different person. Like, she didn't like me the way I was. It was like there's no control. She had some controlling issues, and now is making some healthy decisions and wanting to do things a better way.
All right. Let me hear from her. Before we get to the loans he's suing you for, ma'am, why don't you give me some background on your relationship and marriage?
Us getting married was a big mistake. There were a lot of things I didn't know about him, some things he didn't know about me. But when I found out about the crack, his addiction, I hung in there because I did love my husband. I wanted my marriage. We were constantly bickering and fighting over every little thing. And it just got to a point where sometimes we were verbally abusive to each other. But it was a huge strain. But in spite of all that, I hung in there. We separated in October of 2005. We were still kind of seeing each other, still communicating, doing things together, hanging out. Even after we were divorced, which did happen in January of 2008, we still were seeing each other. Still, acting like a couple, still doing things. But it seemed... I mean,
like, when you came out of the divorce court, you grabbed hands and said, let's go?
No, when he filed for
let's go celebrate together?
No.
With a bottle of champagne?
No. No, when he went.
At a hotel? Oh. No, really. I mean, when you say you all were still acting like couples
we still continue to
after
see
your
each
divorce.
other. Yes, we still continue to see each other.
A booty call is one thing, acting like a couple is another.
We were acting like a couple.
Acting like a couple?
Yes.
Not just drive-bys at night?
No. No. We were still seeing each other.
Okay. You loaned her money that you're suing her for. Tell me about the loans.
Yes, sir. Well, she was moving out of the place she was at with her grandmother into her own place. She needed some money.
After the divorce, obviously.
Yes. And I lent her $1,000.
And thought you were going to get it back from your ex-wife.
But then I made 2 more loans, Your Honor.
Did you ever get paid for the first before making the other 2?
No, because we signed an agreement for that one. And the agreement, the terms of the agreement, she was supposed to get some money for a settlement. And when she got that money, she was going to pay me back for it.
You see how she grinning?
So I made her the 2 loans.
She's paying you back all right.
Yes.
She's paying you back for all them crack days that you put her through. Oh, you clean now? Fine. I need a few loans.
Yes.
Written agreement was for how much?
$1,000.
You have that agreement?
Yes, sir.
She gave you nothing in return?
Not on that loan.
All right. Next loan, how much?
The next loan was $423. She paid me $40 on that loan.
All right. Next loan.
The next loan was $200. And she paid me $50 on that loan.
Is all this true, ma'am?
Yes, I did pay him what he said I paid him.
All right. And you owe what he says you owe?
I do owe him the money. However, the loan for $1,000, which we both have a signed agreement, it was to be paid upon receipt of a settlement that I'm waiting for. I was involved in an accident, and that case is not settled. The terms of that was for 6 months. The date it was signed was June 7th. So I haven't gotten the settlement, and the 6-month period is not up yet.
You're absolutely right. Sir, I'm going to grant you your $533, but this $1,000, yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. The only reason I even brought her to court for the whole thing was because I have emails here.
Sir, do you have an agreement subsequent to this?
Yes, but she was...
Let's see it, please.
Okay, it's where she just said she wanted to pay everything.
Sir, do you have an agreement that was signed after this, June of '09?
No.
The June of '09 agreement says that she has 6 months to pay this $1,000.
Yes.
Therefore, she doesn't owe you the $1,000 yet. I'll grant you the $533 judgment because she does owe you for that amount, because that amount is not applicable to this agreement. $533 is your judgment. All right, have a good day. You're still grinning, boy. She loved getting you back.
I still have feelings for her. I still love her. She's a wonderful person. You know, because our relationship didn't work out, you know, what we're here for is basically business, and I feel that the judge's decision was firm and correct.
I feel like if I never see him again after today, it's fine with me, because I think it's really sad that he had to resort to such measures just to get some money, which I told him I would repay in the first place. I think it was totally unnecessary that we had to come here, and I have nothing else to say. When I get the money, he'll get his.